everyone. Today we're going to do a sequence that focuses on loosening up your shoulders and upper back and opens up the chest. Okay, so you might need a few things: sticky mat, something to sit on, a belt, and a couple blocks, or something else to lie over. So that could be a rolled beach towel or a blanket, or even a bolster would work as well. Okay, so let's start in a seated cross-legged position. We'll get the feet more or less underneath the knees, mid-shin is crossed, and then you'll want to reach back and move the buttock flesh out of the way so you can sit on the sit bones squarely. Then let's just start with a couple of shoulder rolls. So inhale, take your shoulders up near your ears, and as you exhale, roll them back and down. Okay, we're going to do that a couple more times. So inhale, take the shoulders up, and as you exhale, back and down. Let's do one more, inhaling up and exhaling back and down. And as you feel those shoulder blades slide down the back, notice how that opens and lifts the chest. Now we'll take some time, sit quietly. I'd like you to bring your hands together in front of your heart. Heel the hands at the base of the sternum. Keep the shoulders moving back and down. Shoulder blades down the back, but go ahead and close your eyes. And just take some time to settle in. So find physical center with your body. Left and right, also front and back. And as you find that centered place, consciously ground your hips and thighs downward. Keep lifting your spine upward. And as you create more space through the front of your body, notice your breathing here. So easy inhalations and easy exhalations. Helping your mind to focus and prepare for yoga practice. Now maintaining the lift of your chest, bow your head, chin towards your chest. And release your hands to your thighs. Next inhalation, bring your head to center. And open your eyes. Let's stretch your arms. So interlace your fingers. We'll turn the palms to face out. And as you stretch your arms, relax your shoulders down. I'm going to drop weight through the hips. Let's inhale and take the arms up. Straight elbows, so squeeze the upper arms in, push through the heel of the hands, the fingers to and lengthen. Lengthen the sides of the body completely. Now keep the lift, release the arms. Let's try behind the back, interlacing there. Like it to just roll the shoulders back, open across your chest, and take an easy breath here. Work at trying to straighten the elbows behind you, pulling the hands towards the floor. Good, let's release. We'll come back in front, change the interlace. So other first fingers on top. Again, palms are out. Shoulders down, hips heavy. Let's inhale the arms back up. Again, good length through the sides of the body. So thighs drop down, but lift your waist, ribs, chest, stretch the arms fully. Again, keep the lift, release the arms. We'll go one more time behind the back, unfamiliar clasping. And again, roll the shoulders back, open across your chest. Take an easy breath here. Good, and let's release. Okay, let's do a side stretch. So inhale, take your right arm up, left hand's on the floor. As you exhale, we're going to bend to the side. You want to keep your hip nice and heavy towards the floor, but use your arm and pull the rib cage away from the hip. Let's release. We'll try side two. So inhale, left arm goes up. Again, keep the hip nice and heavy as you stretch and open through the side of the body. Good, and let's release. Now keep all that lift in your body. We're going to start to twist. We'll go towards your right side. So inhale, lift the spine up, and as you exhale, rotate, turn. Work your way up the body through the rib cage, turn. And then up around the shoulders and the upper part of your back, turn. Next breath, inhale, lift up, and exhale, release. We'll change sides. So again, lengthen as you inhale, turn as you exhale. Up the body through the ribs. And up around the shoulders, upper part of your back, turn. Good, and let's release. Okay, let's keep warming up. We'll do some cat, cow, puppy pose, and dog pose. So you can come around to hands and knees. If you need a blanket for underneath the knees for padding, certainly have it. If you don't need it, that is fine too. But let's place the hands right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll take a breath in as you exhale. Tuck your head, tuck your tail, round your back. As you inhale, head and tail come back up, spine goes down. We'll go back and forth a few more times. So round as you exhale the air out. Releasing as you inhale. Stretch the back muscles one direction, then let them release the opposite way too. Now when you're ready to move on, we'll curl the toes under, pushing the hips back towards your heels, stretching the arms forward for puppy pose. Working on just lengthening out the body. Seeing here if you can drop the spine deeper into the body towards your chest, bring the chest closer to the floor, and lengthen. We'll take a little side stretch and walk both hands over to the right side, pulling back through both hips, especially the left hip, reaching forward to the left arm. Take an easy breath. And then back towards center again. Both hips are back, both arms are forward. And then over to the second side. Again, both hips back, especially the right hip. Reach forward through the right arm. Take a breath. And then walk it back to center. Both hips are back, both arms are forward. From here, we'll lift a dog pose, start to warm up your legs a bit. So feet are about hip width apart. If you would like to walk in place a little bit, stretch out one leg at a time, you certainly can. If the shoulders are feeling particularly tight, you might want to bend both knees, belly towards the thighs, chest towards the thighs as well, to try to open up the shoulders a little. And again, warm up the legs too. And anytime you want to come down and rest, certainly do so. Now let's keep warming up the shoulders a bit. So we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder blade stretch. You can sit on the blanket or not, it's up to you. But we're going to go ahead and grab one foot. It's the same side hand as foot, and I'm grabbing a hold of the big toe side of the foot. The other leg can be bent, it can be straight, it does not matter. The other hand is on the floor. What you're going to want to do is glue the sit bone down to the floor as you start to bring the leg across your body. How much you need to straighten your leg is going to be up to you. How high or how low you take the leg is also going to make a difference, but you're going to start to feel like that shoulder blade is going to come sliding off your back. So it's a little bit almost like a twist. So again, experiment a little bit. How high or how low again. If you want to bring the chin down, get a little bit higher up, but again, stretching around that shoulder blade. We can try a second side. So again, hold on to the big toe side of the foot. Glue the sit bone down to the floor. Free hand is on the floor to help support you. And then again, start to bring the leg across your body, feeling again around that shoulder blade as if the shoulder blade was going to come sliding off the back. Again, how high or how low you take the leg will make a difference. So you can play around a little bit, find out what feels good for you. Chin down will also make a difference as well. Good, and then we can release. Now we'll also do another way of stretching that same area around the shoulder blades, and that's eagle arms, Garudasana. So you can bring the arms up to about a 90-degree angle. Okay, right now the palms are facing each other, the thumbs are pointing towards you. You want to keep it that way the whole time. So we're going to put one arm inside the other, intertwine all the way so the palms touch, the thumb should still be pointing towards you. And you can see they want to point off to the side, so do what you can to turn to point the thumbs right at you, middle line of the body. Then raise the elbows up, drop the shoulders down, feel that spread across the shoulder blade area again. If you feel like you need more stretch, more is not always better, but if you want more stretch, round the upper back like you would in a cat pose. Terrific, and let's release. We're going to do second side. So bring the arms back up, suck an elbow on the top, intertwine, again, keep the palms facing each other, thumbs pointing towards you. Trying to line up those thumbs right in the center line of the body. Elbows up, shoulders down, hands away from the face. Again, if you want a little more stretch, you can do that rounding up the upper back on purpose. It's up to you. But breathe into that area between the shoulder blades. Good, and then we can release. From here, we're going to lie down and do a little bit of stretching there. So once you're down on your back, let's bring your knees in towards your chest. You can choose to do one leg at a time or both legs together. It is up to you. You just want to try to get that lower back stretched a bit. If you want to do happy baby, you can certainly do that as well, holding onto the feet of the ankles, pulling the knees down towards the armpit. Whenever you're ready to move on, you can also do some windshield wiper legs, so feet are a little wider apart. And you can let the Feet roll, ankles roll too. Dropping one knee down towards the midline. If you want a little bit of that side stretch, of course, you can always add on same side arm overhead that you're stretching the hip and back. Okay, and then when you're ready, we'll go to mountain pose reclined. So legs are straight, they're close together, pushing out through the heels and through the balls of the feet, making sure quads are on. Then upper arms, shoulders down, opening up through the chest. You'll notice the lower back tends to arch, so just make sure abs are tight. Tailbone is towards the heels. Inhale, we'll take the arms up and overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, nice long stretch through the sides of the body. So keep stretching from the hips into the heels, the waist towards the fingers. And then we will release. Okay, now we're going to do the leg stretch with the belt, Supta Pada Uttanasana. So you can grab your belt. We're going to belt up your right foot to begin. And then when you're ready for it, the left leg will stretch along the floor, pushing it through that heel ball of the foot as well. Okay, make sure they feel like mountain pose legs, so quads are on both legs. And then you're just easing the leg in to feel the stretch through the back of the thigh. Now stabilize the pelvis and we'll start to open the right leg towards the right side. Not letting your left leg roll with you. So left thigh stays down, hips stay firm. Still stretching the back of the leg, but towards the inner side. Now we'll inhale and bring the leg back up. We'll change hands. We're going to go across the body. And we'll inhale and bring the leg back up. We'll keep the leg up in the air, let go of the belt. Arms are up and overhead. We're going to stretch the leg all the way down, hip to heel. Take a moment to feel the two sides, and then we'll get to do the second side. So we'll belt up the left foot. Again, making sure we're pressing up to the heel, the ball of the foot, quad on. Right leg can stretch along the floor. Make sure that leg is firm as well. Both legs do like mountain pose. Again, little by little, we'll ease the leg in, stretching out the back of the leg. And then again, we're going to keep the abs tight, right thigh on the floor as we open towards the side. Again, still stretching back the leg, but towards the inner side. Now we're going to inhale, bring the leg back up, changing hands with the belt. And again, bringing the leg across the body. And we're going to inhale, bring the leg back up. Again, we'll release the belt, arms up and overhead, and stretching from the hip to the heel all the way down to the floor. Again, taking a moment to stretch both sides. And then you can release the arms and release the legs. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of core work. So we just want to make sure that abs, we want to learn how to keep them tight and keep the lower back towards the floor. So pelvic tilting, I can tilt forward, lots of space underneath the low back, abs are let go. I can tilt back, abs are tight, lower back is pressed into the floor. So wanting to feel the difference between those two positions and learning kind of where neutral would be, and then how to tighten the abs in that position so the lower back is towards the floor. It won't be all the way down like when we were doing that pelvic tilting, but it'll be close if you just use the abdominals. So then what we're going to want to do is, again, tighten, abs firm, lower back towards the floor. And then to do a little bit of shoulder opening here, we're going to bring the arms up into a 90-90 position, like an I surrender or I give up. I also call this the cactus, so whatever works for you. But in this position, we would like your shoulder, elbow, and wrist to all touch the floor on both sides, best of your ability. And I can feel that my back wants to arch, so I got to make sure those abs are still tight, lower back towards the floor. Then in this position, I'm going to see if I can keep contact with the shoulders, elbows, and wrists, keep the low back towards the floor, but start to bring the arms up and overhead. I want to stay in contact with the floor as much as I can, with the shoulders, elbows, wrists, And I can feel my back wanting to arch more and more as the arms go overhead. So that means I got to work the abs a little harder. Feeling contact still with the floor. I might bring the arms back down. 90-90 position. Some of you are going to feel that openness through the chest right here, a stretch across the pectoral muscles, across the top of the shoulder and chest. So again, abs tight, sliding the arms up, keeping in contact with the floor with the shoulders, elbows, wrists, as well as the abdominal muscles as well. Lower back into the floor. And then I'll bring the arms back down and release. So now from here, we're going to keep stretching the upper back a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and roll to the side. We'll bring the blocks in. Again, you could use a rolled blanket. That would totally work. Or again, the blocks. Lots of you already picked up your props. So lots of you have these things at home now. Okay. So we're going to put that block right across the bottom tips of the shoulder blades is where you're aiming. Second block is for the head, whatever height is going to work best for you. And I can feel that low back want to arch, so I got to just take a moment to take the buttocks towards the heels, abs tight. With the arms set to the sides, I can already feel more stretch across the top part of the chest and shoulders, but I don't want the shoulders to creep up towards my ears. Watch here, I'm going to pull the shoulder blades down the back. So that way it feels like the front of the shoulder is drawing to the top and down the back of the body. Okay. From here, if you have a healthy low back, you can certainly straighten out the legs so the legs are doing like mountain pose. Abs stay tight, buttocks towards the heels. And I'm going to start to take the arms up and overhead. Palms can face each other or towards the ceiling. And you want to feel a little bit more stretch through the shoulders. I'm still pulling the shoulder blades down the back and getting lots of lift and openness through the front of the shoulder and through the chest. Now, at home, you could stay in this position for maybe 5 minutes or so. Usually in class, we stay in this position 5 to 7 minutes. So you could stay longer, but in the interest of a video, you could just pause it, stay longer, as long as you like, or continue on with me now. Okay, so when you're ready to come out, you'll bend your legs, use the arms at your sides to help lift your body back up. And now you're going to feel that nice openness through the front of the chest, shoulder blades are down the back. Okay, now we're going to do another shoulder stretch, a little shoulder opener. This is moving Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. But again, it's a moving version, so you're going to need a belt for this. And we want a belt in a loop about the width of your shoulders. So if you have one of our purple or blue belts at home, make sure that you can read the label. Take the end and go from the bottom to the top into the slot closer towards the label, and then go back out the way the arrow is pointing for your belt. Now, you want that belt loop to be approximately your shoulder width. Now, if you're tighter in the shoulders, Gomukhasana, cow face pose is difficult for you, you might want it a little bit wider. So you can certainly make the belt a little bit wider if you need to. Okay? But now we want the loop, but not the tail of the belt. So wrap the tail around the loop itself. And wherever that tail ends, you're going to grab it with I'm going to mirror, so your right hand with the palm facing down. Okay, now bring the whole belt inside your right armpit with the elbow pointing forward. Take your left hand, palm facing towards the floor, grabbing hold of the bottom of the loop. Okay, now if you move your left arm a little away from your body and you look down, there's a space there, that's where your right elbow is going to go. Okay, so take your elbow around the belt, inside that space next to your chest. Your left hand's going to go over your head, your right hand goes behind your back. So all of a sudden you're in Gomukhasana one way. So you're going to take the top hand down, the bottom hand up, all behind your back. Okay, make sure you keep the belt behind the elbow. Now you're in Gomukhasana, second side. Now bring the top arm over your head, bring it around your elbow, and you're back to the front. Okay, now we're going to do the second side. So your left hand's going to be the top hand, right hand is the bottom. You take the left elbow around the belt, inside that space. Right arm goes over your head, left hand goes behind your back. From here, top hand down, bottom hand up, all behind your back. Come over your head, round your elbow, you're back to the front. Okay, we're going to do it again. Do not worry if you're not getting it exactly right. You will get a nice little workout for your shoulders and it'll warm them up quite nicely. Okay, so again, right hand is on top, bring that belt inside the armpit, pointing the elbow forward. Now again, left hand's going to move a little bit away from your chest. Bring the elbow around the belt, inside that space. Left hand goes over the head, right hand goes behind the back. From here, top hand down, bottom hand up, all behind your back. Now over the head, round the elbow, back to the front. Okay. Left hand is up. Bring the elbow around the belt. Right hand goes over the head, left hand goes behind your back. Top hand down, bottom hand up, all behind the back. Over the head, round the elbow, back to the front. I'm going to do it one more time. Right hand is the up hand. Okay. Again, elbow around the belt, inside that space next to your chest. Left hand goes over your head, right hand behind the back. Top hand down, bottom hand up, all behind your back. Over the head, round the elbow, back to the front. Last side, left hand is up. Elbow around the belt, right hand goes over the head, left hand behind the back. Top hand down, bottom hand up, all behind the back. Over the head, round the elbow, back to the front. Okay? So now you can feel, shoulders feel pretty loose about now, I bet. So we'll start to try to do Gomukhasana, the static pose. Okay? So let's start with your left hand. We'll bring it out to the side, turn the palm to face down, and bring the arm behind the back. Now you want to see if you can move the shoulder back so that the hand can go a little higher up the back. From this position, we'll take the right arm up, turn the palm to face back, and bend the elbow. And magically, I hope your fingers are there so you can grab a hold. Keep stretching the elbow up and in. Left shoulder moves back. Take a breath. Good. And now let's release. Okay, we'll do the second side. So right arm's out to the side, thumb is down. We'll swing the arm behind the back. Again, we want to try to get the shoulder itself to move back, and you can use your free hand to try to get that hand further up the back. And left arm goes up, palm faces towards the back, bend the elbow. Again, hoping to find some fingers back there. If not, you use the belt. Keep stretching the elbow up towards the ceiling. Right shoulder moves back. Take a breath. Terrific. And let's release. Okay, shoulders are probably nice and loose now. So we'll go on and do dog pose, a little bit of lunge, and also pigeon pose. Okay, let's do dog pose, a little bit of lunge and pigeon so we can warm up the legs a little bit for the standing poses. Okay, so make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart. Feet are going to be hip width apart. You can push back to puppy pose first, and then you can lift the knees and hips. All right, now take some time. Shoulders probably feel pretty good about now, so just make sure you have external rotation. Arms rotate inside out. Legs do internal rotation. Toes in, heels out. Okay, just to warm up the body a little bit, we'll do plank and chaturanga. So we'll come forward to plank, top part of the push-up. Keep your elbows in tight as you lower down. Pressing the pelvis in the floor, shoulders are back, elbows are in. We'll do a little cobra pose. And then you can release, and we'll push back to the dog pose. And again, get a nice lift up through the hips, moving the thighs from front to back. Now to lunge. So bring your right foot forward into lunge. Left knee can be on the floor. If you want padding for the knee, certainly have a blanket. Make sure core is on, abs are tight, buttock is firm. And then to get that upper back to move a little better, let's do the hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, and open across your chest. Take a breath here. Now keeping the shoulder blades moving down the back, let's inhale and take the arms up and overhead. Hips are forwarding down, but lift the spine up. Good. Let's release. We'll head back to your dog pose. Lifting up through the hips. And then second side. So left foot is forward. Right knee's going to be down. Again, take some time. Make sure core is on. Buttock is firm. And again, to open up the chest a bit, we'll take the hands behind the back. Unfamiliar clasping of the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, open across the chest. Now feeling the shoulder blades pull down the back, we'll inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Again, shoulder blades down, lift the spine up. Terrific, let's release. We'll head back to dog pose. Again, lifting up through the hips. Plank chaturanga as you're ready for it. Keep those elbows in tight. Again, pressing the pelvis to the floor, shoulders back, elbows in, opening through the chest. And back to dog pose. Little pigeon pose to warm up the hips. So we'll bend the right leg, bring that knee forward underneath your chest. Stretching the back leg out. Make sure you have lots of external rotation of the front leg, lots of internal rotation of the back leg. And we can come down off the wrist as you're ready. Good. Let's head back to dog pose. As you lift them through the hips, notice any change, 2 sides. And then we'll do side 2. So bend your left leg, bring that knee forward underneath your chest, set it down. Again, back leg does internal rotation, front leg does external. And you come down off the wrist as you're ready. Okay, now head back to dog pose. And again, lifting up through the hips. You can take one more plank chaturanga, or you can come down and rest, either way. And then resting when you're done. Okay, let's do some standing poses. So let's do mountain pose to begin. So bring the feet to be parallel to each other, 10 toes ahead, leg muscles on. Okay, then with the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, open across your chest, and stretch down through the fingertips. Take an easy breath here, making sure the lower back is not arching. If it is, abs tight, tailbone down. From here, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing arms. So inhale, take the arms up, stretch the sides of the body, waist up to the fingertips, still moving, buttocks towards the heels. Terrific, and then you can release. Now we want to get a little bit more openness in the chest. We're going to do Warrior One in a few moments, but I want to show you this idea of doing the cactus arms here. We did it lying down earlier. We're going to try it in this position as well. So I'm bringing the arms up to about a 90-degree angle, and from this position, I can already tell you my back wants to arch, just like it did on the floor. So abs tight, tailbone down. From here, I want to try to bring the elbows forward and the hands back, pulling the shoulder blades down the back the entire time. Now I can start to feel my chest start to lift, shoulder blades pull down the back. From that position, I want to take the arms up and overhead. And it feels a little different than the first time my arms were overhead. Okay, then stretching the sides. And then I can release. So we're going to try that in our Warrior One position. Okay, so we're going to turn to the side. We'll bring your right foot forward and your left foot back. Take some time to press both feet, firm the legs. Make sure you're turning the hips to face towards your front leg, best of your ability. Then a little pelvic tilt, abs tight, tailbone down. Make sure the back leg buttock is on. And from this position, we're going to come up to that cactus. So again, elbows forward, hands back. I can feel my chest begin to lift. I'm consciously pulling the shoulder blades down the back of the body. From this position, I'm going to keep that back leg straight as I bend the front leg. From here, I'm going to take the arms up and overhead, stretching the sides of the body completely. Back leg stays straight, front leg bends, lifting up through the sides of the body. This is Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. And I can release and carefully get the feet back together again. I can feel my chest nice and lifted. Let's do the second side. So left foot forward, right foot back. Again, I want to take some time to turn the hips forward, best of my ability. Little pelvic tilt, abs tight, tailbone down, back buttock on. Again, we'll bring the arms up to that cactus position. From here, elbows forward, hands back, pulling the shoulder blades down the back of the body. From this position, keep those abs tight as you bend the front leg. And as I pull the shoulder blades down, back leg stays straight. I'm going to take the arms up and overhead. Again, stay firm through that back leg as you lift the sides of the body upwards, chest up. Good, and then we'll release. We'll take a wide leg forward bend to rest. So you want to turn your toes in and the heels out. And from this position, we're going to fold forward. Okay, hands can be on blocks or on the floor. And then we'll continue to fold down. Hands in between the feet, crown of the head towards the floor. When you want up, we'll bring the hands to the hips, press your heels, inhale, and up you come. Okay, and we'll carefully get the feet back together. Terrific. That felt pretty good. Another way you could work Warrior One is to use the hands behind the back. We did that earlier in lunge. So again, right foot forward, left foot back. I can take the hands behind the back, interlace, and rolling the shoulders back and down. Again, back leg stays straight, front leg bends, making sure core stays on. And again, from this position, take the arms up and overhead, lifting upwards as I drop the pelvis down. Terrific. I can release. We'll do side 2. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. Again, turning the hips, core on. Hands behind the back, unfamiliar clasping. Again, shoulders backing down, bending the front leg. Taking a long enough stance, keep that front knee over the ankle. Again, with the shoulders back and down, we'll inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Lifting upwards as you drop the pelvis down. Terrific. And then we can release. Again, we'll take a wide leg forward bend. Toes are in, heels are out. Folding forward. Again, folding all the way down. Releasing head and neck. All right, let's inhale and bring the hands to the hips and up you come. Carefully get the feet back together. We're going to do another standing pose. This is Parsvottanasana. Again, we're going to try a couple different arm positions to see if we can keep the chest open. So first position that we're going to do is Gomukhasana. We already did this quite a few times. Right arm is going to be the up arm. Left hand is going to be the down arm. Right foot is forward. Left foot is back. Take some time to press into the feet, firm the legs, and turn the hips to face your front leg. Now, the right side of the body is the one that usually shortens here. So as you stretch up through the right elbow, start to pull the hips back, lengthening out both sides of the body as you come forward. When you want up, open up through the chest, and up you come. You can release the arms. If you know this just is not going to work, you can just take the hands behind the back, and that totally works as well. Okay, we'll do side two. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. Again, I'm going to press the feet, firm the legs. Left hand is the top hand for Gomukhasana here, with the left leg forward. Turning the hips, stretching up through that left elbow. We'll inhale. As we exhale, we'll fold forward at the hip. Lengthening the spine forward. Keeping the shoulders open. I'll lift the chest to come back up. And I can release the arms and legs. So that is one option. The other option is reverse namaste. Paschimottanasana. So if I were to show you that Gomukhasana again, I'm going to do basically two of the bottom arms. So both arms come back behind, fingers and palms go towards each other. Okay, now again, if you're like, that's so not going to happen today, you can do the pose with the hands behind the back as such. Okay, but for those of you who want to try it, think about putting both of the arms into Gomukhasana behind the back, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. It feels kind of like I have the block there. Then I'm going to lift the chest, inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to start to fold forward. Pulling the hip back, lengthening the spine. One and one up. Pulling the shoulder blades down the back to open and lift the chest. We're going to do side two. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. Again, you could change the interlace of the fingers and start to go forward. That totally works. You're using the arms to pull the shoulder blades down. But reverse namaste, Paschimottanasana, with the hands in prayer position behind the back. Again, I'm going to push the fingers into the back and pull them down to open the chest, and then I'll start to fold forward. Moving the hips back as the chest comes forward. To come up, pulling the shoulder blades down the back to open and lift the chest. Terrific. You could do the wide leg forward bend again, or you could do dog pose. And after that, we'll transition to the floor. So nice long stretch. Shoulders should feel pretty good, loose. Legs too. You stay as long as you like. Come down, rest at any time. Terrific. From here, we'll start to cool down with bridge pose, a reclined twist, and of course, Savasana. So you can lie down. No blankets underneath you for bridge pose. Legs are bent, feet about hip width apart. Walk the heels just closer to the buttocks, just a bit. And then I want to press the shoulders down and open across the chest, but I need to make sure that the abs are tight when I do so. Then I'll lift the hips, squeeze the buttocks. Don't turn your head, don't look at me, but go ahead and roll onto the tops of the shoulders. You can clasp your hands underneath, press down into the feet, press down to the upper arm, and lift the hips and chest. Spend a few easy breaths here, keeping abs, buttocks tight, buttocks towards the knees. Now, when you want out, release the arms first. Keep that little tuck of the tail as you roll the spine back down. And from here, we'll bring the legs in towards your chest. For a reclined twist, we'll keep the right knee in, stretch the left leg out. Hug the knee with your left arm. Right arm could go out to the side. And then you're going to bring the leg across your body into a little reclined twist. Let's inhale, bring the leg back up. Both knees will come back in towards your chest. And then, of course, the second side. So left knee stays in, right leg stretches out. Hug with the right arm as we bring the leg across the body. Just a nice, easy way to stretch out the lower back. Now we'll inhale and bring the leg back up. Hug both knees back in toward your chest one more time just to realign the body. And then we'll get ready for relaxation, Savasana. So if you'd like to grab a blanket for your head, a bolster for underneath your knees, please do so. So take some time here to adjust your body well as you lie down. Always look for symmetry, left side and right, making any minor adjustments necessary. And take a moment to roll your shoulders back, open across your chest, let the arms release out towards your sides, palms are facing up. And make sure low back is comfortable. If you need more space, lift your hips, slide the buttocks towards your heels. And once you get your body all settled in, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, let your body relax down. And just see if you can let go of all muscular tension throughout your body. So make sure abdomen is soft around the hips, lower back. And allow your hips and your legs to be very heavy, no longer having to work. Now as the lower body releases, find softness all the way up along the spine. Letting all the back muscles rest, let go of your shoulders, let go of your arms. Feel here, head in line with the rest of the spine, so the neck muscles can soften, head heavy. Letting go of tension through the jaw, throat, tongue. Quiet around your eyes and your ears. And as you rest your physical body completely now, bring all of your awareness inward towards your breathing. Just easy inhalations and easy exhalations. Letting the body and the mind rest. Now let your next few breaths be deeper. You can bend your elbows, bring your hands towards your abdomen, taking some time to feel your breath in your body. Noticing if breath feels smoother, easier for you now. Taking this time to thank your body. Now move slowly, move gently. As you feel ready, bend your legs. If it feels good to pull the knees in one more time, do so. You can roll gently towards your side, rest on your side, a few breaths. And then use your arms to gently help yourself back up to a seated position. Now just take some time to sit, take the time to check in, see how you feel. Noticing the effects of your yoga practice. Noticing your overall posture. Maybe more stability through the pelvis, better lift and length up through the spine. Sense of space, quality of breath, quality of mind. Let's inhale. Take the arms up. Exhaling, hands down to the heart. Namaste. The goodness in me bows to the goodness in you.